What's up? What's up? Welcome back to SpitFyre. I'm your Leo Robbiey.
What's up? It's your favorite Sag Akii.
And Zai the Aries.
So, we're back. How's everybody's week been?
We are back.
We are
back.
It's been interesting.
I feel like we say that every time. We be like, oh, guys, it's been a little while. But, yo, I don't think y'all know.
I feel like they know what's going on. Life be life, and they know that. And they know, current presidents, current presidencies, current economic situations.
Job market.
We're just
Scary.
We here.
Pilots are having to fly to Hawaii for job interviews they're not getting.
Spooky.
You see.
Who's doing what?
You didn't see that pilot that wasn't able to even get a job?
Oh,
that's so nasty. I'll cry.
And they fly our planes.
And I will stop flying.
is there any low notes for anybody?
Low notes.
That's what's
Keep it
low.
to one. Keep
One
it to
low.
I feel like that meme with that girl. She's like, I'm doing all right. She said, but I'm weak as a fish. I haven't had one lick of water.
I'm weak as water. What I'm gonna do for you.
Yeah,
I love her comedy specials.
Oh, she's so funny.
Yeah,
Funny
she's
as hell.
great.
Yeah.
You said a low?
Mm-hmm.
I think a low, honestly, for me, probably is just working. Not that sounds really bad how I put that, but no. We had our academy this week at my job, so our academy where we train folks. And with that, since it was virtual this weekend, it was split into 2 days. So I basically worked Monday through Sunday, and guess who went to work again today? Me.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
So yeah, it was like I would like a break. Just a cute one, some small, some slight.
that's
But yeah,
when PTO comes in.
I'm on PTO all this week.
Hey.
Glory to be to God.
must be nice.
We love that.
I forgot I put it in too. I was like, I gotta get.
For what?
For what? What do you mean?
Just to.
I was trying to put time on meter. I'm not just being on my phone, but I can't.
No,
even
you're
find,
fine.
I can't even find it. But yeah, no, I put it in for my birthday week, but I'm also
Exactly. A birthday is coming up.
tomorrow. But I don't have not nearly a plan, and that's all right.
That is all right.
That's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with
I
that.
never have a plan.
For me, it was
Same.
just I felt like a lot of people spend a lot of time on their birthdays thinking of something to do for everybody to enjoy them. And don't get me wrong, I want everyone to come to celebrate me. Yeah. But I'm very moving to that season of y'all want to celebrate me? Y'all plan it. Y'all. That's all y'all. I don't want to work. Yeah, I just
That's
did not want to do anything. I'll do big for my 30th.
Oh, that's right.
Way down the line.
Yeah. It is way down the line.
Far, far, far into
away.
the future.
Far away.
Far.
It is.
Just rejection letters on my low notes.
What happened?
Just my low notes
Oh,
for the
no.
rejection letters. Just
Don't
the
worry.
knife. The knife.
Don't worry. That accepted letter is coming.
hey man.
That offer is
It's in the email
mail.
now. It's drafted. Someone has it.
Literally. She goes press send in the morning.
She has an auto send it. That is already set
Exactly.
up.
Don't
8 a.m.
worry. It
Hello.
is coming.
Hello. It's gonna be just in the nick of time.
My low notes. I just made some very silly financial decisions prior to that. I went from being in a very good financial spot to where I'm still decent,
Mm-hmm.
but I could be a lot better on my
I'm in a horrible
birthday.
spot.
And we lost 4 employees in 3 days from my
Oh.
one job, and place about to fall apart. But we
Oh, no.
thrive and we ball.
What my girl say? And still I rise.
Life could be worse. Not
I love
really.
Stacey. She was fun. It's the worst.
Oh my god.
awful.
Well, on the flip side, any high notes?
Notes, I know.
High notes.
Some happy moments.
Happy moment. Music has been hitting lately. I don't know why. Certain songs been hitting lately. Of course, Janet's "Calm I Love Her." It's been stuck in my head for about 2 weeks now, and
Yeah.
I'm
And I didn't like that song initially, but I think just through repetition, I'm like,
maybe. I'm like, yeah, someone to call my lover.
And the remixes on it too are
Ding,
real
ding.
nice.
Yeah.
TikTok can make a song resurge.
Thank you, TikTok. Now
100%.
let's do it for Danny Kane next.
Honestly, their time should have been. There's so many hits they could make
Come
some
on,
nasty
Lord.
mixes out of.
Well,
Come on, we could do something with
High
Showstopper.
notes- High notes for me this week have just been food.
That's real.
So
hello.
I've been really addicted to this one place called Wario's here that has like just they're very limited menu. They have like
I've heard great things.
baby.
I was supposed to get them
Chicken cutlet, the Caesar sandwich. They just came out this last week with a spicy, crunchy beef Asian one with some.
Might have to get that.
I was mad I missed it. It was a Saturday special, but that place saw me no less than 3 times in 1 week.
Is it a drive-through?
No,
Damn.
it is not. It's pretty. But I was in and out in under 10 minutes, and that was with waiting with like 4 people in front of me.
You can call ahead.
I'm sure you could. I haven't tried.
You probably could also. I think you could also like order it like on DoorDash or something like that for pickup.
And they
I'm
cater.
not doing that.
Yeah.
Why not?
He doesn't trust DoorDash.
Pick
Yeah,
up?
you do pickup. You order.
Oh, I pick it up.
You pick it up. Yeah, you just order it. Like you never did.
A lot
that?
of places do
Are
that
there
though.
fees on it?
No, the fees get taken off and stuff because you're picking it up.
So like a lot of
yourself.
restaurants, you can't even call in like normal. Just like them do the ordering themselves. They do it through DoorDash.
Yeah.
It's
dumb.
They're just creating a monopoly on everything.
You know, hey. See what happens to the malls.
Let's see. High notes for me. Honestly,
The truth.
I went to a drag show at Axis called Cherry's Playhouse.
That was really
and it
good.
was a good show.
It was a very
it was
good
an
show.
actual good show. And there was somebody named Jada that I'm gonna have to go start seeing more. She did Does She Love You or Love You the Way? Something live at the Roxy.
by Melissa Earthworth.
Ooh-wee.
I ain't seen a performance like that in a minute.
Aw.
It was phenomenal.
I said, okay.
And I got so few clips because I was so in the moment about it. It was
To not even be able to pick the phone up because you just looking like,
I love that.
oh, it was so good. And we had a good spot too.
oh,
Yeah.
she took her time. That's a professional, and that was a season.
She made a great
I'm
song.
a seasoned
Like,
professional.
We love to see it.
It was a lot of them.
Yeah.
The show was good.
shout out to the Cherry Poppers. Like you really put it
Shout
to,
out
and everybody
Cherry.
that was on there, John A, the whole 9.
My sister. Yeah.
It was really good.
I loved it. I really did.
It was amazing.
Pretty feet,
Another
pretty
high note.
feet.
They were stocky too.
Hey.
Oh, well, all right.
Yes. Another high note is a show that I started watching too.
Ooh, what show?
I watched it, but I don't remember what.
Well, thanks. He said no
The
free
Good
promo.
American Family or the American Good Family?
The
With Ellen
name
Pompeo?
sounds sort of familiar.
I feel like
Ellen
with the
Pompeo.
little girl with Natalia.
I would have tore her ass through the room. Bang, 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 bang. First of all, I'm driving and you like trying to claw my eyes. I said, oh.
They said because it's based on the real family.
I started watching the
I
documentary.
would have set my
The lady
seat back
is
so
weird.
quick, like,
But they said that she actually was like she's actually a child. Like she was actually a child when it happened.
But she just had like problems where she was having a period and all
Yeah.
that stuff at 7 years old. But
oh, is that the one about that girl that their parents were swearing up and down? She's 29. I know it.
They said this is the real life orphan. Like
And that little girl was like, I am 6.
I know.
I don't think she was that old. I think she was a little older, but
she was still like a minor, but I think she was like what?
10 instead of 6 or something.
Yeah.
And they just had her.
She was like 12 or something like that.
They just had her birth certificate messed up.
Yeah. A lot of coincidence.
Lot of iffy things.
Like, what a
I think she was born in Russia.
Yeah. Hey.
Them Yugoslavs.
Yugoslavs. Oh, was that?
Slav.
Might have been a million.
I don't know. I hope so.
It's okay, they white.
No, it's true. It's true.
That was a. They have another one.
Have you seen
No.
The Pit?
Oh,
The Pit is so good. I caught up. It's amazing. It's like a show based
Is it true
on
crime?
like
No,
it's
it's
a
like-
medical show.
but not Grey's.
Oh, isn't it about ER or something?
Not Grey's Anatomy.
It's kind of like ER,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's like, I like how they do the seasons because like instead of it being like, oh, one episode is a full day or a couple days or a full week, it's actually like no, one episode is 1 hour of the shift.
Gotcha.
It's pretty
That's
good.
actually very cute.
It was real, yeah.
I hate that one lady,
Who?
Santos.
I don't like this with her because like I get why she did what she did because I would have been like the fuck.
It's not even that.
But she gets on
It's
her
just the mouth.
Oh yeah, now that mouth, yeah, is very much like I would hate to have to work with you.
I cannot do it.
My favorite are the Filipino women. The Filipino nerds, I love them. They messy as hell.
Talking in their native language.
Yeah, be like,
native tongue.
Girl, I told
shit.
you something going on. Look, all in native tongue. I'm like,
Love that.
I'm like, I would love to be your friend.
No, I heard they make a mean lumpia.
But yeah.
Well, for our first topic of the day, we're going to get into we're going to lead with kind of our heavier topics, namely politics. So I'm going to kind of jump into just like Cory Booker and and I use this term loosely, filibustering in opposition of some of Trump's policies and recent like declarings. This is the best way I can describe it, because they're not laws. They're not laws. So they're just things that he's saying and trying to enact without. So with Cory Booker,
I got caught up.
I'm sorry. So, and the reason why I said I was going to use the term filibustering loosely is just simply for the fact that technically what he was doing, while it mirrored a lot of the same methodology of filibustering, filibustering it was not. It basically, in essence, was him doing an extended speech in opposition to that. And filibustering has been they're actually arguing against specific law or policy to prevent it from being passed. So this was more so because I believe he started
the floor.
Yeah, basically, I think he started on Thursday and ran through Friday at the end of it to basically, in essence, prevent, because they don't do any like law passing or anything like that over the weekend, basically run the clock to where it's like, y'all niggas can't do nothing. Y'all can't do nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was getting mad. I was getting hot. I was getting mad.
I mean, the people. Woo! Basically preventing them from being able to get anywhere in the time frame that they had, which, while extremely noble, and I know a lot on social media, everyone was saying like he beat the racist by like 63 minutes or something crazy, and I think the symbolism of it all is very nice. And I think that it kicked the can down the road, in essence, to me. Like, he prevented them from doing it that week. What about the next week? So a lot of those same things can be moved forward. And I think there's a lot of just optics around it that made it look a lot more glittering than it actually was. Now, I'm not taking anything from him that, like, I appreciate that he's doing something. It's more than I can say for a lot of the Democratic Party recently. But in the grand scheme of things, is it preventing the goalposts from still being reached by the other side? No, not at all. So in essence, I mean, do you guys feel that it was effective, or like, how do you guys feel?
Who has thoughts first? Because I have a lot of thoughts. I have a lot, but that's why I want to be like,
teach you. It was performative, but politics, in a certain essence, has that.
It's literally theater.
Let me put on a show for you to see, and so he was like, it was performative. I said a lot of things that in politics are performative.
Yeah,
believe it or not, Trump is a whole performance.
Stunt queen.
Stunt queen.
I've always said she's great for television. I mean,
that's why he was good on TV.
Yeah.
she's a stunt.
He's literally living out
TV.
It wasn't The Entrepreneur. It was called The Apprentice. Living out The Apprentice in real life. Like, he genuinely thinks that's what he's doing.
It was performative. Do I think that it was impactful? He broke the record.
That's something.
That is something. He read stories that people have been sending in to him.
Voices were heard.
Were they?
They were listened to.
Well, they were given a platform.
They were said out loud.
They were said out loud. Republicans was in there probably like
literally just like, get this out of here, off the plane, half-breed monkey.
No, literally.
But in another essence, I do think that some people have to be honest with themselves. Like Shaheem said, nothing any of these politicians do is going to please some people.
Of course, yeah.
They could literally walk up and punch Trump in the face. He should have stabbed him. So it's like
the way I would be the person saying it too. So
it's like what is going to work in order? A lot of people also complaining on Twitter and social media also irritate me because y'all don't know jack shit about politics or what can and can't happen. And that's also irritating because like, oh, do this. It's like, that's illegal. Just because somebody is doing illegal shit doesn't mean
they did
that it's now,
it was illegal then too.
And that's why it's getting blocked at the federal judges. Like, it's just like, it's not legal. So it was a speech. That's all I can say. Can
you give us a few?
Like what Mr. Booker, it was performative, but not in necessarily a bad way.
Right.
I mean, I call it what it is. He's setting the stage for when he announces his run for presidency. He is doing everything.
That's a thing?
What do you mean?
He plans to do that?
He ran last. Oh, didn't he run last time? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure Cory Booker.
He didn't get my vote.
I'm pretty sure Cory Booker ran back when it was when it was like the Biden and Trump thing. He was in the primaries because him, Kamala, Joe, and a couple other folks, they were in the primaries. I think Cory Booker is essentially going to use this moment to build off. Hopefully build off of this moment to then run for president. Do I want Cory Booker as a president? No.
I don't too much hate the guy.
You know, if we get in a situation where it's him or Trump, I'm voting for him. I'm so sorry. But
it's like, are we only allowed to have a biracial for president?
Like, no, like literally. But it was just very performative. But in a sense that it was something that I feel is also needed. Only because like a lot of people want the Democrats to be doing something, or they like, what are the Democrats doing? Most of the fight that the Democrats are doing is going to be through the courts. It is going to be through legislation, things like that. That's literally all they can do at this point. While they're doing that, I don't know if they are, but they should be organizing and getting their game plan together because like
they need to be campaigning today.
Like honestly, because at this point, not even just campaigning, but also they need to be focused on recruitment for candidates throughout all levels, local level, state level, what is it called? The federal level. Like they need to be at all levels at this point. And I don't know if they're doing that. Hopefully they are, because we have midterms coming up. So midterms are going to be next year. Honestly, yeah, midterms are next year. We even have some things on the ballot this year. But yeah, I think it was needed because folks needed to see the Democrats actually doing something. They need to see that. And I feel like it also energized the Democrats to be like, okay, y'all, we getting some energy. We getting some momentum. Let's see how we can build on it. Yeah, it was, I mean, I know a lot of people, there were a lot of folks who had like, their critiques on it. And I have my critiques because like you said, it's not really a filibuster. And it's like, do you really care? Because after you did that, you went and signed off on something that killed a bunch of Palestinian folks. So like Cory Booker, you can choke. But was it needed? I think yes. Not saying that he had to be the one to do it, but I feel like the Dems needed somebody to do something because at this point, like I think what everyone has noticed at this point is that the Dems don't have a mouthpiece. They need a mouthpiece and they don't have one.
What do you mean mouthpiece?
They need the talker. They need that person that's gonna get that message out there. They need that person that's gonna be able
to be said at some capacity, like, outside of just like thoughts and prayers, pretty much.
No, that, but just somebody that like so. Y'all know how Trump is always talking. Y'all know how I'm not giving JD Vance shit. Y'all know how Trump is always talking.
Elon
and things like. There were, and not even just them, but then you have Marjorie Taylor Greene. You have like those other, like who is it, Abbott? They the GOP, the Conservative Party. They have a lot of folks who are mouthpieces who are able to just sort of energize their base,
drum up,
keep that going. The Dems don't have anybody.
No, real talk, they don't.
Who?
I think we do.
Who?
It's just the way that they do it is not.
Name them.
Are you talking about
like Jasmine?
Okay,
AOC?
so here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. Here's the thing. I agree. I agree with what you're saying, but they still are not as big as the others.
Correct.
Oh, they're not gonna be because Democrats.
But they could
take a more reserved approach, or use a bit quieter, using that as abrasive and brash.
The Democrats hold their politicians to a very high standard.
They do,
which Republicans don't.
Yeah, but even with
they
that,
whatever they want to.
But even with that,
but that'd be funny. Like at minimum, hell, they can hold their candidate to a high standard, but like why? Like I still want boots on the ground, and they can be. My issue with the Democratic Party for the thing is like it's almost like they're afraid of getting just as loud as they are. Like they feel like
They are. I don't think it's that at all.
What is it?
They don't have anybody.
Well,
they don't have anybody. They don't. I feel like
even if we were able to like just their methodology of how they usually go about it, like I can't remember the last time that they've ever done that. Like for lack of the word, AOC was probably the most vocal one I've heard in recent years, and that was like what, early COVID, when she was really like staring through the fence at them little kids.
I would say that I probably wouldn't put AOC when she was staring at the face of the little kids. I wouldn't do that. I would do the whole squad. That squad, yeah, I guess kinda Bernie Sanders, kinda, but somebody that was kind of like that, but then was also like I don't want to say universally like, but also was able to get not only be that mouthpiece, but get folks behind them to vote for them and basically do that. No, because she wasn't really vocal. Like Atlanta. She did the work, but she wasn't vocal. She did a lot of work and she's great, but she just wasn't as vocal. Oh, y'all gonna beat my ass for saying this. The last person was low-key Obama. The last person was Obama. Like, the issue with the Dems is that the Dems have never done a great job of building up their candidates and building up their folks. Agreed. Like, we get someone that's really good and they build them and they take them to the moon, but then they leave everybody else behind. So while they were like taking Obama to the moon, everybody else kind of was just like, oh, sorry. But everybody else was kind of just like, oh.
Well, like, fuck my drag.
No, literally. But like they were waiting. That's why I was saying like they need that mouthpiece. So like I see what Cory Booker was trying to do. I see what he's trying to do. Similar to Miss Jasmine. But yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Jasmine, you want to? I know you have a few thoughts on that senator from Texas.
I like Jasmine. I think Jasmine's great.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are upset with, well, I don't want to say a lot of people, but some folks are upset with her because they don't like her her delivery at times. They don't like what she says. It basically it comes down to like, professionalism, code switching, things of that nature. That's all right. Here's the thing. It's a tricky situation. And the reason why I say it's a tricky situation is because for so long, politics was all about saying the right thing. Like you had to be sharp, you had to be on it. It was very professional. Politics didn't start becoming a bit looser and a bit more like fuck you bitch until honestly after the 2016 election. Because before
they realized that talking to these people like they had some sense wasn't gonna work.
No, literally. When they and I think, and not only that, but they also realized, and I say the GOP really realized, when Trump was able to say whatever the fuck he wanted to say about folks, to folks, and he still won presidency. I don't know if y'all remember, but in the beginning when it was happening, all the Republicans were against him. They were like, "No, you're foul, you're wrong. He don't represent the party." Soon as that man won, all them folks was like, "Actually, we love you. You're a god.
I never doubted you for a second."
Exactly. And
Papa
so
Trump.
like. Saying that is it's a slippery slope in my opinion, but I don't think there's anything wrong with her doing that, especially because Jasmine has never been the person, at least from what I've seen, she's not just outright nasty. She don't just outright attack people. She honestly keeps it very real. Well, does she have a couple of cute quips here and there? Yeah. Does she have a couple of sayings where I'm like, okay, girl. Yeah, but I like it. However, I think Jamila had made the comment that she is looking for her next soundbite and things like that, and she absolutely is. She absolutely is, and it's not clickbaity. It's very clickbaity, and she definitely looks for a soundbite. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily. Yeah. The reason why Trump got so popular is because of the things that he was saying, because his sound bites were getting so popular.
That is why. Eyes to her content and what she's saying.
Exactly. And it works because when she was first doing it, and this is why I say it's kind of like a slippery slope, because when she was first doing it, it was going very well. And when you would like read the articles, it would be like, Jasmine Crockett said XYZ. That would be the headline. Then you read the article, and the article will actually explain what was actually going on, like what she was arguing against, what the bill is, what the bill does, boom, boom, boom. That would be majority of the article, and then it'll be 2-3 sentences about what Jasmine said and the reaction. Now I've noticed
focus on a lot of her responses. I felt just because of how they were presented, like you said, her verbiage and just how all in all it was presented. Now, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. We're finishing. It's not just Jasmine Crockett. And maybe it's just, again, I might have a little bit of internalized. I do like people to act differently in different spaces. Like the same way that you're with your people.
Now you say act like you've been somewhere.
Borderline, no
That's
shade.
not cool.
Like, I get it. Like, I'm not expecting you to like change your accent or change, necessarily how you speak.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like you to just tighten up a smidgen. And for me, now, by no means, I don't want to make any confusion that I am stating anything in regards to if you speak a certain way that is any reflection of like how smart you are or how intelligent or how educated you are. There are extremely educated people with good and old twangs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
And part of the reason, like you were saying, to her quips, her being able to kind of fire off that quick is really a reflection of her intellect.
Yeah,
like that is a smart woman.
She's really great. I love her.
Very, very educated, very degreed, whatnot. But I do feel like sometimes we lose sight of the fact that while it should not be that way, that how a message is delivered, or if I said it this way, or if I said it with a little, head movement or whatever, sometimes you need to present things in a way that they can be received by the party that we're trying to have them received by. Mm-hmm. And not so as focused of like, well, I'm going to say it the way that it is and how like, I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to think, okay, you don't necessarily sugarcoat, but like maybe powdered sugar, not like
screaming.
Like, I don't know, just make it to where it's palatable, to where you don't want your message lost because people can't get over the fact of how it was presented. Now, that is still their fault that they can't. But what's more important? I think I learned that like even in my last relationship, I could say something to him very to the T, straightforward, all facts, it wasn't being received. Well, I had to adopt a different way of presenting that information so that it was received in a way that it could actually be acted upon. And I think sometimes be in pursuit of that clickbaitiness or like her next soundbite, that is lost.
I don't want her to sugarcoat it. It's just that the reason why I say it's a slippery slope, because I feel like how the articles used to be presented, where like they would actually explain what she was arguing against, and it would be about the legislation or like the actual problem, and just 2 lines of what she said. I see it started to switch over to 2 lines about what she was arguing against, and then the whole article is about what she said, how she said it, what the reaction was, and how this looks for the Democratic Party. Right. And that's the only reason why I say it's a slippery slope. But again, the Democrats need to find that person that's going to be that mouthpiece that is going to be able to broadcast that message to people. And I think Jasmine is also kind of throwing her hat in there and being like, hey, I can do this. People like me. I'm relatable, and people actually care about what I have to say. And so while yes, you could like change it up, like I guess in rooms, things like that, I think she does do a good job of staying professional while she's delivering that. Yeah. And the reason why the only time you ever see Jasmine really start to insult or get out of character is when they come for her. Says something to her. So when Marjorie came at her and she said, "You bad built butch body," it was nothing wrong with that. When she was when she was just talking, and this is another thing, when she was just talking and she was like, "Child," and I was like, "I'm not a child. We can go outside," and she's like,
that was her not understanding vernacular.
Exactly, and it's like, so yeah, I like Jasmine. I think she's cool, but I will say, I think I put a little water on, but I will say, yeah, she is looking for her next soundbite. Again, not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. But like, a spade is a spade. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
What about you? How do you feel?
She needs to go harder. Everyone needs to go harder. I don't care about the whole.
What does that look like, though, to you? Does she need to
what she's doing?
But louder,
more aggressive. Now, unfortunately for her, it's not going to be a good look because she's a black, dark-skinned woman, so that's not going to go over well.
And that's what I say. I feel like that kind of goes back to my point of just like recognize how the perception of you can sometimes dictate how that's.
So they need to get a middle-aged white man to do it.
Honestly, no shade.
But they're not going to do it.
But that's the thing. The Democratic Party the entire time has been like, oh, this older white man save us. Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, because at this point, half these motherfuckers not even really. But
I'm also torn with like, I don't feel like, I really don't want to put the burden on black women anymore to actually have to save us. I feel like they're also always being asked to save the black community when it's like, you niggas need to get in the street. Like, actually, I need some black men in there. Again, going back to Corey, but like additional, like.
What is
what Corey gonna do?
When has he ever been more aggressive than crying on a motherfucking Senate hearing?
Yeah, I mean,
I just wish for me, did I see a problem with anything she's done so far? No. Do I think she's doing a clickbait sound thing? No. Intentionally doing that?
She is.
I don't think so, because she's been speaking the same way since she got in that seat. And if you hear her during like full Senate hearings and stuff like that, she does that quickly. Then Lauren, whatever her name is, Bobert, whatever the fuck she is.
Who's the one with the real nasty gray bang?
No,
Terrible woman, but she was just getting questioned by Senate for her messages in that whole "we about to bomb Gaza" thing, and they was using the little emojis, and then they caught her in the lie. She was like, she said, "Are you TG like Miss Taylor Greene?" And she's like, "No, it doesn't mean that that's me." And then literally like, "ITG also Taylor Greene." Da 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 da. Y'all don't remember her? That was it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember who that is.
With the whole,
I know what you're talking about. Like,
I don't
that
know
group
the
chat that
bang lady you're talking about though.
She's from, what state is she from? It's not Alaska.
Who you talking? Arkansas?
Might be. I'm not. I'll figure it out.
You said it's Taylor Greene. It's not Marjorie Taylor.
It's not
Greene.
Marjorie Taylor
Okay.
Greene, but it's like Taylor or Green or something. Bobbitt.
Oh,
Bobbitt.
okay.
Yes.
Wait,
I don't
Where
know
was
who that
Taylor or Green coming from?
Bobbitt. Ain't that the one who got shot? No, that's Babbitt.
You talking about the man?
I'm talking about the girl who got shot at the Capitol when she was trying to do it.
Oh. No, I just feel like
Bobbitt. My mom's
for
name was
me,
Babbitt.
maybe it's not hypocritical actually. To combat the Republicans, I don't think the whole nice little ooh do is going to work at all.
100%.
And I feel like
They took,
people who lean more left
Mhm.
hold the candidates to a very high standard.
Yeah,
Which I feel like they're doing that like almost out of tradition and not like reality.
that's really what
Exactly.
It is. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Oh, we should want our politicians to be better. Oh,
Rise above. But
when
they're
they go
going
low,
low.
go to hell, and that's what I want for us. That's what I want for the Democrats.
Yeah,
I hate both parties, but I
honestly wish there was enough of a base where I like could confidently be a part of like the Liberal or the Green Party or like one of the like smaller parties. If we had enough of a
they're
base.
a little aggravating to me.
Sometimes they are good and annoying sometimes, but they have good ideas. Like
They do,
I would have really
but
liked
it's
to.
just-
I would have liked to have been able to get behind like Bernie or something. Like I would have liked to like if we had enough people to get behind.
About
Like,
to eat me up.
I would say the Bernie, they are annoying though. I'm like, fuck that. They are
Yeah,
they about to eat
annoying.
me up.
No shade to
It's
y'all, but y'all be
irritating.
annoying.
yeah,
Y'all be
It's just-
annoying
it's
at
just like
times.
everything's an
It's
issue.
like calm
Everything's
calm
an issue.
down. Just
Everything's
wait.
an issue.
No, but literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Yes.
I think she does intentionally look for her soundbite, and the only reason I say that is because that's what politicians do. Because politicians know, like quite literally,
It's theater.
Well,
if
she
you
needs to get a gay boy to get her sound bites together, like
Yeah.
Nene.
no, hey,
Oh,
but I said it because like politicians are known for like
Those are
when
mean.
politicians get like a little bit of like in the press, like a little bit of something, or they get something that gets like some good attention.
they want to play it up.
Their team is like the first thing their team thinks is how are we going to follow this up? How are we going to outdo this one? How are we going to keep the momentum going? So that's why I say yes, she does look. It's intentional, and she's not. I want to say this, Jasmine, you're not the only person who do it. Every politician does it.
Yeah.
It's just that some actually
This is your
get
moment currently.
yeah, some people get the spotlight on them and some don't. And then you just so happen, and sadly, because you are a black woman, everything you do is going to be criticized even more.
And underneath the
It's going to be,
microscope.
which is why people are like, oh, professionalism, oh, this, oh, that.
Fuck professionalism.
I can
Where's
give a
that
damn
guy?
about the professionalism, to be honest. As long as you're not out here being a complete ass, we good. But as far as her looking for them sound bites, she is, y'all, and that's okay. Jamila, you ate that one little thing. You were right about that. I'll give you that.
Mm.
They
What,
be
looking
it.
for the soundbite?
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything else, I'm kind of like, oh, okay. Well, girl, you got it.
Mhm.
I find her funny though. And her and
I
Metha. I love
honestly
them.
love it.
I love them. Everybody hates them currently, and I'm like, shit, they might be. I be on
I still
TikTok
be
like, what
tuned
y'all
in,
talking about?
Mecca was talking about something today that I was like, yep. She was like, I don't know about y'all. She said, but as long as I have access to a bag of beans, I am recession proof. And I'm like, hey.
Hello.
A little cornbread, a little beans and
I'm about to go home right now and make a recession.
She was talking about something like she had met with Davey or whatever, and she was talking about how like they were talking, and she was asking him about like these boys from his like city or state or whatever, and she said she knew because she had followed them, and she was talking about it, and it was funny because like I had knew of them too because of Tumblr, and it's like I was like, so I'm not the only person who just like find like this little niche thing, and I'd be like, oh, okay, like because apparently they was like, girl, how the fuck do you know them? And she was like, oh, I was just on Twitter. Like if you knew, you knew. And girl, I was one of the folks who knew.
Davey,
like
who?
I knew what you're talking about. Davey,
light skin Davey.
Yeah, double dildo. That's what he said. That's what he known for at this point.
He was on a double dildo.
No, that's what he
be talking about.
That's all he talked about on Twitter. Put out the double dildo.
I was like, I didn't think he got OnlyFans, but hey, let me tune in.
He's a beautiful man. Beautiful man.
He's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. You know what's not funny? Fathers not taking care of their children. And with that, we're going to discuss Anthony Edwards. Now, for those who don't know of Anthony Edwards, I don't know a lot about this man personally, but from what I understand, he's an athlete.
I don't know from
that was very Wendy Williams sort of. I don't know him that much. But
he's an athlete.
Well, you know how those athletes are. And one woman that he was carrying his child. Excuse me.
Predator.
Who?
Predator.
Who's a predator?
Her.
Yeah.
Oh, because she was so much older?
She's 40. He's what, 20?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
2, 3, something weird.
Damn, we got another Drea?
Hello?
Yes. Well, there's a few of them.
Hello.
But nonetheless,
Drea,
him at least, I'll say stick to the facts at first. He basically wants nothing to do. This woman expressed to her multiple times, don't want the child, don't want you to continue. From what I heard, yeah, he made sure it was
lie.
It was not, huh?
Niggas do lie.
They could. I don't think they take that back. I was gonna say I don't think they're alive for 9 months, but they absolutely do. 9 plus some
years,
their entire lives. But from what I understanding, has communicated he did not want the child. Expressed to her she should not continue the child, and she decided to. Well,
her body, her choice.
And that's where I'm at with it. It's like, you want to carry that thing. Now, let's be realistic. Now, how do we feel if a man expresses, I don't want this child. I'm not going to take care of this child. I'm not going to take care of you. I'm sorry that this happened, that you're pregnant. I'm willing to pay for the abortion or the plan B or any number of things. And you're like, nope, I don't want to kill my baby. I don't want to think. How do we feel about as far as
It's not killing a baby. But
kill this bundle of cells. Again, depending on how they view it and like at what stage of the pregnancy it's at.
Wait, what y'all talking about?
Huh?
Because I know what y'all talking about, but y'all said killing baby. I'm like, nobody mentioned anything about killing the baby. Like,
well, that's what he initially wanted to be done versus her carrying a determined having to pay child support.
That's not a baby though. It's a bunch of cells.
Correct, but she decided to keep that bunch of cells to
her future child, her future baby.
Became a baby, and at that point now it's here. And he ultimately decided to pay child support all in full, which I didn't even know you could do. I'm actually kind of pleasantly surprised that you can. There's just layers to it, because let's just start with the initial question. Whose fault is it? He told her he don't want it. She decided to keep it, but now she wants him to still take care of it.
Both.
I say both, but I place most of the blame on her, considering that one, she's a 40-year-old woman. She knew exactly what she was doing. She wanted to trap that boy. Yeah. She wanted to trap that boy. That's exactly what it was. I put more to blame on her for it, but then I also put the blame on him because one, you should have wrapped it up. Let's keep it a buck. You should have wrapped it up. And two, I don't want to. This is where it gets. Wait, you said what? Okay, if she did if she did some shit like that, then it's kind of like, okay, she foul as fuck. Like,
no, I said, what if he's allergic to latex? That's the thing.
There's non-latex.
There's non-latex condoms. I know they're
not as effective.
Well, nigga, beat your meat and call it a day.
Hello,
but also but my only thing, and this is why it's hard, because I feel like, one, you shouldn't have been fucking with that lady, but it's also like, I can't say that. She shouldn't have been fucking with him because he's young as hell. Like it's predatory.
Ego. He probably was like,
exactly, because that's what the society
we
has.
also remember how
now.
we've discussed this on previous podcasts where we've all dealt with older individuals at our younger age, and we thought the same thing. Like, I'm pulling on niggas, not realizing like you're a victim. Like,
absolutely.
And that's why I'm kind of like, I'm like, he ate that as far as like, okay, recognizing that you were being a victim or victimized or manipulated, and being like,
groomed.
Bet you I don't do it for 18 years. Here's a check.
And I just had to. I think
it's both.
I said no. That was low key iconic. I ain't never heard that been done before. No shade.
It's both.
It's both. It's both for sure.
Yeah,
it's both. However, my issue wasn't with the actual situation. It was the response from people online to the situation.
Elaborate. Like, what responses stuck out?
So, like, plenty of people just like, I would have did the same thing if I don't want to have no kid. If I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. Then we get on the whole black men being raised and all that stuff in college, all that other stuff, and I'm like, were y'all not just talking about this and then over here talking about we need black men in young black men's lives?
Yes, but
and you're not even in your son's life.
But yeah,
and then championing. What am I saying?
Championing.
Whatever.
Champion.
Boom. That ain't right either.
That one. Someone doing that. And it's kind of like.
I mean, but it's.
Money only goes so far.
Money only goes so
far.
True. Money only goes so far. That is his child.
Yeah.
But it's also the same thing.
He didn't want that child.
Yeah, he didn't want that, and he expressed that to her.
I don't want to be nobody's daddy.
He said that, and not only did he do that, but this is not the first time I've heard of something like this, except it was flipped, where it was a woman who did not want the child, and it was the man who wanted it. Yeah. So she had that baby, gave it to him, and said, "Don't ask me for a damn." Like she
Sherry Shepherd.
No, it wasn't Sherry Shepherd, because Sherry Shepherd. Because Sherry Shepherd did the same thing.
Sherry, I am not hip to your game.
They adopted a child, and she didn't want the child anymore after the divorce. But no, it wasn't Sherry.
And she went to court to make sure that she didn't have to take care of it.
Low key, I'm not like, okay, I feel like there's so much nuance and different layers to it, because it's like part of you is just like, you just gonna give that child, it's probably bonded with you. It being bonded with me does not mean I'm bonded with it. So I understand, like, that's hard. That's a hard.
But Sherry Shepherd's was different because she didn't have her child and she didn't want to pay child support. Whereas the other woman, when she had to have it, she was like, "Oh, I'm paying child support. I'm paying everything. I want nothing to do. Do not reach out." The child reached out.
So she was offering to still take care of the child, but she was just like...
She was like, I will financially support the child.
It's very transactional.
Yeah, but I told you I did not want this child. And I feel like that's what he did. He kind of did it in a way where he was like, I told you I didn't want this child, but this is here. This is my responsibility. So bet.
Here.
You want to know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pay all this child support so that way I don't have to pay.
Like, this isn't going to be something that I'm going to be dealing with for another 18 years.
Yeah, I'm going to get... Because I told you I want absolutely nothing. Does it suck? At the end, does it suck? Yeah. Who does it suck for? The child. The child is suffering because of the actions of two adults who honestly can't get their shit together.
Bingo. And then two, another way I think the child suffers, if we just want to go facts, just financial, $1 million dollars today ain't the same as $1 million dollars thing. Because, over time, if he had like waited it out or just done it the traditional way, she could have applied for increases, raises throughout the time. And then also the fact of like, it would have been adjusted based on the cost of living 18 yeyears from now. That money is not going to make it the same way it is today that far down. So the child will be at a detriment as well in that fashion, because
it's not. And it kind of scares me because it makes me wonder with how everything is going currently when there's some reason. But also with like, because he gave that to her, I like, how did they do that process? Because if it's something like, is it a trust? Is it something like, oh, hey, you gonna get like, yes, he's paid it all, but but whoever's gonna send it to you,
like the lottery or something.
Yeah, and the only reason I asked that is only because like, if she gets that all at once, that 1 million plus whatever, baby, that's gonna put her in a different tax bracket. Meaning they gonna tax the hell out of that. So she's not even gonna get. She's not. Well, she'll see it. She'll see it, but it's gonna fuck her.
Same amount of it.
But she'll see the same amount. She'll see the same amount because like whatever he gets, she'll
at a higher
get
rate at a lump sum than they do when it's done in breakdown. Kind of like against someone with the lottery, like you technically take
coming from like an institution or a system, but if you do it coming from somebody, like because if I hand you $100, the state is not going to be like, give me it.
No,
That's
it's-
your $100.
But it's still the tax rate based on that amount of money. You know how the bracket changes, the higher
Wait,
the
do they
increment.
tax
Her
I don't-
income.
I don't think they tax the child support. They tax.
Mm-mm.
They don't tax the child support until taxes come. Because the only way I only found that out is because my mom found out she had to start claiming the child support that she received for me at one point. She had to start claiming that on her taxes. She was
Right.
like, "Oh shit, I didn't know I had to do that." I was
She said,
mine. Literally, but like she had to start claiming it. So it's like, yeah, she's gonna get that money, but then like once she gets that money and it puts her in that next tax bracket, it's like.
But that, and I guess that's what I'm saying, to where it's
Yeah.
like by pushing her into a higher tax bracket, she's being taxed at a different rate.
Yeah.
Which, again, I'm not going to act like I know the tax rate based on the different tax brackets. I've been in the similar tax bracket for a few years now. I didn't need to look too far or low. But I know that it differs based on the right thing. Like, okay, a person that's making over 200,000 is not being taxed at the same rate as somebody that's making less than
Shit,
200,000.
they tax is less.
So I'm saying, like, it might actually benefit her, or it could.
Hurt her.
I just feel like he should have like, maybe, I don't know how the setup was done, but maybe he has like an account that just pays her out, like a direct deposit type of thing every month.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be cute.
also hope that at the end of the day, I
I
hope
said that'd be cute. What the hell?
I hope everybody kind of finds peace with the situation. And when I say everybody, I truly just mean the child.
Mhm.
I hope the child finds peace, because it sucks that one, your mom used you to get money from your father, and then your father also wants nothing to do with you. It
That is
kind
a
of
weird place
like
to put a kid
it's
in.
like
Yeah.
it's a shitty place to be, and it's
You coming in the world, gotta have therapy.
literally like, and I like, and it's gonna
Day
suck
one,
because
my dad don't fuck with me.
yeah, and I already know
Shit.
that child is gonna want a relationship with their father, and
Who's a world star celebrity and
And
athlete and
like I as my mama said, the child you disrespect the most, the one you dog out, be the one you need. And I just know it's gonna come a day when he gonna need that child, and he gonna be like, "Damn,
that child gonna be a kidney match. Watch.
exactly." But then it makes me wonder, like, does he ever plan to have kids and have a family? Which he probably does.
And then
And
that's
then
an added, like,
that's an added thing. Like, damn, that child gonna be like, God,
Kind of like
ooh.
Ryan McKnight and his, like, claiming for his kids, and the other ones be like,
Shit.
what about the dead one? Like,
You know what it's giving? It's giving One Tree Hill.
I didn't watch that
Y'all
show.
ain't watch One Tree Hill? Well, I say that because the dad in One Tree Hill, the dad, right? He was a star basketball player, and he got his high school sweetheart pregnant, but he went off to college, and he met another girl. He broke up with his high school sweetheart once he found out she was pregnant, and he met another girl when he went off to college. He met another girl. They fell in love, had child. They all live in the same town. The two brothers go to school. Both of the brothers are great at basketball. The dad only fuck with the child that is with, his wife or whatever, even though he treat that child like shit, high key. And to Lucas and everybody, it's basically a song like, fuck y'all. Like, he acts like they don't exist. And I'm like, I pray that's not how this child life turned out.
He was
Please
a cop?
Huh?
He was a cop?
No.
With the one daughter?
No.
What am I
Where'd
thinking
that come
about?
from?
What are you talking about?
Are you
The
thinking?
child who Lincoln Heights. Never mind.
You thinking, baby, I'm talking about white
Never
folks, you
mind.
talk about black folks.
Oh, it was a white. Oh,
One Tree Hill
Yeah,
is
One Tree Hill is
white.
white. That's what it was.
The
I was
only
like, I
black
ain't watched
person
that.
they got on there is old boy who was on the Parkers. Oh my God, what was his name? He played Kim Boyfriend. That's all I know.
it's just it's,
Oh,
it's,
Amari
the, it's the
Chastain.
child.
Mm-mm.
I just made that up.
It's the child though.
I feel bad for that child.
It's both of their. It's both of the issue, both the fault. Both carry equal weight, in my opinion.
yeah.
Real.
I still think she's a predator though, but
That's
let people
not
tell
fair
her
thing.
he's ground, he's ground, he's
I-
ground,
I-
he's
I-
ground, he's
I-
ground.
predator.
I won't necessarily. She's a predator.
She is.
I feel like she is.
It was 21 when we first started messing around. That is ridiculous.
Wait, when they first started messing around? Oh, see, I didn't know that much.
Yeah, she's a pro.
And I feel like we also have to understand that, like, people are like, oh, they're over the age of 18. Like, that number, that goalpost has technically been moved all throughout society. At one point, 16 was okay, 14 was okay, 12 when you started your
Mhm.
period. Like, let's
Hello?
use common sense. Let's use critical thinking and recognize that that is still a young,
Impressionable, malleable.
yes, unprefrontal cortex, fully formed adult.
No shade, idiot.
That too. Speaking of idiots, the folk at Billboard. How do we feel about those?
Personally, I'm happy.
I said idiots, but I actually am not too upset either myself.
I'm
But
personally
They're
happy.
normally dummies.
Yeah, so Billboard came out with their amazing, let me quit, it wasn't amazing, but they came out with their 100 greatest greatest female artists of the 21st century. Now, these were based on like their point. Their what is it called?
You seen that song again?
Yes.
I've been over here. You can see my foot over here, like.
But it's basically based on like the amount of points they accumulated on the Billboard Top 200 and the Billboard Hot 100.
I was wondering how they did something like that.
So yeah, and it was only for points in the 2000s and up. So 90s or nothing counted. So just a quick glance at the list. I'm gonna not shout out some faves and y'all tell me how y'all feel.
Because it's over the 21st century. So I'm like, why would they only count from the 90s forward?
No, 2000s forward, because 2000 started the new millennium. Like, scrap that. But I have the list. I'm gonna give out some names. So number 100, we have Danity Kane, and I just want to say, wow, what a moment for my girls.
They're on the list
to get their thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't see what y'all see.
Cause did you watch the show?
We in the club. We ride slow.
We doing things that girls don't do. Well, I'm joking. Did you watch
the music?
Show?
No,
that was the thing.
I'm not a fan of music.
The reason why Danity Kane have you listened to like their albums? You're lying.
There's no way.
I haven't been able to get through them.
You lying. Ain't no way you listen to that first.
I don't like them.
Ain't no way you listen to that first album and say, ain't not one hit. Because that first album was just
hit on hit.
Hit. Nah, like
that was a couple songs.
That was me pushing repeat.
Literally, like go back. But yeah, I think the reason why people like Danity Kane so much is because folks really was rooting for them girls when it was being put together, and you like
really
how
saw what they was going through to create, like get there.
So it was like one day we gonna do a little marathon of making a band, and you gonna see. So they're 100. Fantasia is 98. So, yay for the Idol winner. Woo.
She should have been higher, but
Fifth Harmony is 97. So again,
that's ridiculous.
My girls.
Next to Fantasia.
Y'all are up. It is not.
Them beating out Fantasia is actually a little crazy. But if we're going to strictly on
their
sales,
point system, like they can't help that work from home was such a hit.
Let's just start with the fact that the point system, I don't think should have been. It's nothing to do with them being black. Sales or sales.
What are you talking about?
Normani black, is she in a group?
In a group of white women.
Okay, well, she was black. One was Polynesian. Like, one was black, one was Polynesian.
Fantasia won on a white show.
Like, come on now.
But her music hits in a black community.
Was she the second after Kelly Clarkson? It was Kelly and then Fantasia.
I thought it was Kelly and Ruben. No, I thought it was Ruben Studdard.
Ruben didn't win.
Ruben did win. Yeah. I know Kelly Clarkson.
Ruben at?
Gospel.
Where is Ruben? Where is he? Yeah.
Who's cheating now?
Where is Ruben?
Kiki.
But not like, he was sorry for 2004, and that's all that. Sade is 96. Toni Braxton, 94.
Are you going to take us through all?
Not all, just the ones I know y'all like. Lil' Kim was 92. My girl Maya was 89.
Hey,
something when you have it hit.
That's my girl.
Now this was new. Summer Walker was 85.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
But
she's a vocalist. I always tell people you can say what you want to.
Music.
You got to think from Summer not being considered from 2000 to 2025. I feel like
that voice is nasty.
Yeah, so
it's the impact, and it's the fact that it's such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Because Toni Braxton been here for a minute. Let me quit. 98.
Is she on the?
She on the list. Yeah, she on the list.
Don't be able.
She's 94. She's 94. She's 94.
My bitch is sick.
Okay, and this is when I was like, okay, yeah, one Billboard, y'all should really fix y'all point system because Chappell Roan is 80.
Whoa.
But again, it's their point system.
Because they're pulling artists from the streaming era in comparison, and they're not applied the same.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But then you also have
fuck Chappell Roan.
Hillary Duff is 73, which makes me laugh.
How?
Hillary had hits.
She had hits, and she also got airplay.
Yeah, Hillary was kind of
Remember how big "Let the Rain Fall Down" and "Cover Me" was like?
Down.
Oh yeah,
with love. Dun, 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 dun. Whitney Houston 69.
Now. There's where we're gonna have an issue.
Me off.
when you say now, you done pissed me off.
What do you think she should? Well, let's get
in the top 10. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah,
but she didn't have the point.
Fuck a point. Fuck a point.
My thing has always been Whitney was a singles artist. She was never an album artist.
But she still sold albums and singles.
She did,
but it just wasn't in the 21st century.
Yeah.
Well, she did,
true.
but it just
she
like
did start in the 80s.
the
Never
bulk of her,
mind.
yeah, the bulk of her
90s.
stuff
Yeah, if
started
we talking
in the
just
80s.
2000s Whitney Forward, that was her decline technically.
Yeah.
You love
Now then
saying
you
that shit.
can go through a couple others. So you have Keisha Cole at 58. So boo. Leona Lewis at 57.
This
Love
point
my
system
girl.
is ridiculous.
Okay, this was very. I'm not. You're not getting acknowledged. Sabrina Carpenter is 50, which
I like her, so I'm not gonna be too mad.
Pussycat Dolls 49. I'm like, hey, my girls did have a hit.
Buttons,
Can't
baby.
be mad. Celine Dion 48.
Hush, hush, hush.
She's 48 now.
She should be higher as
Y'all
well.
ready for a showstopper? Y'all ready for a showstopper? I just want you to know this artist only had 2 years, not even 2 full years in the 2000s. Aaliyah, number 47.
Well, that makes sense though.
But I just want you to let y'all know my girl did that with only 2 years within the 2000s. Only 2 years. Brandy and Monica did not make the list. Janet Jackson, 41. Missy Elliott, 40. Sierra, 38. Then some other ones.
This voice
Ashanti was
is
29, which was shocking. But remember, Ashanti had
Shawty
one
had a
hell of
good
a
little-
run.
Oh, baby.
She had one hell
Yeah,
of
she
a
had a
run when
very
she
good
first
run.
came out. Mary J. Blige is 23.
Okay.
Which we love. Doja is 24. Which I said, okay. Jennifer Lopez, Robbie's girl, she's 22.
Make sure,
That's
make
your
sure you make sure
girl.
you claim her. Thank you.
That's your girl. That's your girl. And there were some others. Hold on, let me find the rest. So
Let's get to that top 10.
that top 10, Taylor Swift was number 1.
Disgusting.
She was number 1.
Nasty.
But
vile.
it's not
Gutter
shocking.
snipe.
But it's not shocking. Rihanna was number 2. Beyonce number 3. Adele number 4.
It was 5, wasn't she?
Katy Perry number 5.
Mhm.
Gaga was number 6.
These make sense.
Katy over
Number
Gaga?
7. Well, Katy had a big. The Teenage Dream era was huge.
Was huge.
Katy,
Katy had
like,
huge.
We think
like-
bigger than Just Dance and Poker Face era?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Katy didn't just have the Teenage Dream era. She had the era before that. What was Run
Oh,
the
yeah,
Boys.
with like Dark Prism too.
Yeah, like she had
yeah.
hits. And then this was my favorite. Pink was number 7. And I need y'all to give Pink her
She
things.
deserves.
'Cause
She deserves.
My girl,
I
even
love
when
singers.
even when she flopped, her flop
Most
was still
girls want
outselling
that
some of
man
y'all
with the
face
bling
biggest.
bling.
So Ariana Grande was number 8.
I only respect her first album though, Pink's. Not only.
I like them all. I
like-
forget. I didn't
was
get
crazy.
to it. Nicki Minaj was
Not on the list.
she was on the list. She was in the top 20. Of course, the barbers won't give us the actual number because they don't want to. And also, Destiny Child was also in the top 20.
I was just mad that Brandy wasn't there.
Well,
Or
she-
Monica.
they ain't had no hits. I mean, they
Brandy,
had
I'm
hits, but
upset
their
about
hit-
Monica. I'm not surprised at all.
The thing is, the reason why
They're
I was
pioneers of that era of
But
R&B.
Sure.
yeah, but the reason why I'm not shocked is because like both of them had like Brandy had a real good era that was halted before it could fully run through because of her pregnancy. Monica had a good era, and then her follow-up era did not do as well. And then it took her
It was
forever
too bangy.
to come back. Yeah. So that's why I get that. And plus, they did not make Rock the Boat.
Was there anybody that you guys I
Wanted
mean, I
to
guess
see on there?
Who shocked you?
Who shocked you that they were on there? Hillary Duff, for instance.
Chaperone.
Hillary Duff definitely was.
Chaperone shocked me.
Oh.
That shocked the hell out of me. Because didn't you just pop out?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And you
With the last
hired the
3.
people who... Never mind.
I would say Danny Kane and Normani. Normani
Normani was on
Kane
there?
with Fifth Harmony. Hell yeah. Danny Kane and Fifth Harmony shocked me.
by a technicality.
Not too much on my girl. Her movie was great, by the way.
it
But
came out?
yeah,
Mm.
fuck Lionsgate. But
Because they did no promotion.
they did not one, and they only released it in like 300 theaters.
Oh, that's
and,
nasty.
And like, mind you,
I'm sorry, Normani.
this has Pedro Pascal, Jay Ellis. It got fucking Tom Hanks in it, and I'm like,
everything that Adele wants, a baby,
Baby.
a marriage.
but no, yeah.
I was...
You people, I slid that.
I
baby
want
in there,
people
right?
to give Anastasia her things. I would like
Anastasia? Who's
them to do
Anastasia?
that.
Who's Anastasia?
Anastasia, you don't know Anastasia? She was like back in the day white girl.
Yeah, yeah. yeah.
Oh, Anastasia. I think she might have been.
and I
on
wonder,
there.
you know, how good it feels.
She was singing on that stage with Celine Dion.
Oh, I just saw that clip. Oh, they tore that up for ACDC cover. Yeah.
Reba McEntire was on the list.
Shook me out.
Was Anastasia? I don't know.
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
think Anastasia. was
And
on
again, there's nothing that Celine cannot sing. So
there.
She has such a wonderful just
Some-
hold on her own voice.
Somebody who really shocked me that they were on the list. Ashley Simpson. Y'all know Ashley Simpson?
She did have a Take My Breath Away.
That's Jessica Simpson.
Oh.
That's the sister.
Ashley's the one that was doing the hold down when
Ashley's
she
the
got caught
one-
lip syncing.
Yeah. Pieces of me.
I don't know that one.
She's the sister.
Ashley Simpson?
Yeah.
She's a sister of Jessica?
Yeah, she's Jessica
She
Simpson.
technically had a bigger career out of the two, yeah. You know who should have been on there? Brooke Hogan.
She had a hit.
I loved
She
Brooke
had a
Hogan,
hit.
man. Hulk Hogan will go to hell.
That was nasty.
Shout out to Brooke Hogan for like her mama came out and was like, I have no relationship with my daughter. She hates me. She doesn't
said,
talk to her father.
I ain't talked about this hoe in 10 years. Let me get on this mic real quick.
Brooke Hogan said, I don't fuck with my parents. Y'all are racist. I don't like y'all.
Hello.
And
And that's a good enough reason.
And more white people should take that stance of like, we do hold you accountable as far as the fact of like, okay, you're down with the brown and whatever the case may be yourself, but okay, you're not calling out your racist ass parents for like, honestly, that's why like people was talking shit about her, but I got it. Like when they bad baby Danielle Bergoli smacked the piss out her mama for calling her friend the N-word, I was like,
hey,
Knowing she probably said
that's
it.
what
she said
that's
too.
hello. But hers during back shots versus like in general conversation.
Oh my God. Okay, now you like
He's
being
in the right
fetishized.
place. I don't like being fetishized.
He's in the dark side of stuff.
Race play.
You'll find that Twitter.
Hello.
Babe,
That boy got packed up so bad. That was crazy.
Love it.
That boy. Even though
What boy?
you didn't know that boy on Twitter who he like tweeted something was like it was about White Lotus and it was about he was like y'all find the most basic white boys
And it's like,
and they
your
were like
boyfriend is white.
they were like
And you run a white
Was that the one that was talking about the had the whole alt where it was like strictly with white men?
yeah,
Too?
but it
It
was
was
funny.
denying it with the same tattoos.
Yeah,
Like idiot.
it was funny though because like when he said it, it was like first of all, it was his white mutuals for me that were like, you do that. And then it was the way that everybody was tagging him, like they was tagging his ass, and I was like, yikes.
Yeah,
But I had
the black
been-
ones didn't even have to say anything.
Listen,
Really?
But
Truthfully.
I've been new because that's how he was. I peeped a while ago when we were mutuals at one point.
There's an
and I
energy
did.
on them.
Yeah, and like
and the hairline.
I think my favorite part about it is the black folks. Well, not the black. It's the white people, like the people that he's trying to appeal to.
Mhm.
They was on his ass, light him up. And there was a couple black folks in there. Why was he only attacking the black people? Somebody was like, hey, I don't know if you saw, but this person said X, Y, and Z, and yet you attacked this person that only said you might want to do some reflecting. Why is that? Like, when I say the white gays was tagging his ass, like, they said,
Good
you
for
called
them.
us ugly? How dare you?
Good for them.
It was funny, though.
It was.
Was there anybody else y'all wanted to see on that list?
Not really.
I'm glad Tony was on there, though. I'm happy. I'm glad Mary J. Blige made it. Especially Mary, because Mary was kind of like, even though she started in the 90s, she had a strong run in the 2000s and the 2010s.
The Just Fine era,
Was JoJo on there?
JoJo was not on there.
I
didn't see
You would have
JoJo
expected.
on
You
there.
wanted her to be.
I
on?
would have
Was
expected
she?
her. I would have expected her.
I
She
don't
was
know.
in 90s.
I would have expected honestly Christina Aguilera too. Was she not on there?
Some of these girls might have been. I didn't do the top 20.
Miss Screamer.
Her hollering ass.
Listen, ain't no other man but.
If she wasn't on there, I would have
I still
loved to
crack
see her.
up at that DoorDash commercial with her and Lotto.
I thought it was a song because it was good.
It was cute. I played it a few times.
I wasn't mad at it.
Okay, so let me see. Yeah, Christina Aguilera was number 20. Destiny's
Perfect.
Child was 17.
All that was below her. I was gonna be upset about. but-
SZA was 18. Nicki Minaj was 16.
Fuck the point system. This
Britney
is
Spears
stupid.
was 14. Shout out to Britney.
Shout out to Britney.
Mariah
Shout out
Carey
to
was
Britney.
12.
Oh yeah.
Kelly Clarkson 11. Alicia Keys number 10. Miley Cyrus number 9. Ariana Grande number 8.
That's cute. Okay, I'm not so pissed at that.
Yeah, I don't think Demi Lovato was on
I'm
this
not mad
list
at the top
all.
10.
Was Demi Lovato on this
I knew
list?
Taylor was going to be on there.
Oh yeah, Demi was.
So much she's number 1 though. That's disgusting.
I feel like Beyonce should have been if nobody else, but hey.
It
I would
makes-
have even taken Rihanna. As
I would
number one,
have
right?
taken Rihanna too. She was in
you
that
have
era.
to, but you have to think about it. Taylor.
Global
Taylor's
impact.
fans,
Like she does have a very solid. Like
it's just the fact that her fans buy her music. It's
they
like
do
they keep
hard
that
copy
shit on the
record.
chart.
Yeah.
There's a reason why her album be number 1 for 10 fucking weeks. Granted, she's also releasing a new version every other week. But
Keeping her name out there.
Y'all gonna talk about me? Poets.
Well, in closing, what's hot in music tonight for you?
I am really
Or
looking.
who?
I'm very excited for Miley's new album. Like, I really think it's gonna be.
I'm
think it's
scared.
Gonna be, I don't know what it's
I am
gonna give.
scared.
I don't know what it's gonna give.
The last one was it was a little shaky to me.
What was the last one? Oh, Flowers. Yeah, I didn't love that.
I can buy flowers. I said there's 2 songs on here I really like, and then the other ones
Just like a river.
mind you, Flowers is nothing but just a remake of Bruno Mars's I should have bought you flowers.
It was
I shoulda held
it
your
was a
hand.
response to it.
What
Yeah,
was
yeah,
It was a remake.
yeah.
Jaded. I also love Jaded. Sorry that you're jaded.
Yeah, it was
Music
cute.
that I'm looking forward to. What music am I looking forward to? Because I've been listening to a lot
Not
of music
Normani's.
recently. Normani has talked about release. She was on a Jennifer Hudson show talking about her movie, her engagement. She was talking about music as well. She was like, "Y'all behind the scenes is crazy, but I'm trying." And I said, "Girl, at this point, you know, when they come out, I'm gonna watch it regardless. At this point, you're still my girl. Love you. You ate the movie.
At this point, take as much time as you need to because you've been taking it. So
Jenny,
Like,
we'll,
no
we'll be
rush,
here when it's
babe.
ready.
Yeah.
We'll be here when it's ready.
Jenny's music. I enjoyed Jenny's album from Blackpink. I enjoyed her album a lot. She has a song called Handlebars with Dua Lipa. That is such an earworm.
I love Dua.
And also her song Like Jenny. Because I love a song with
I
people
don't
talk
like
that
Jenny.
shit.
I don't
It's
like
so
Jenny.
fun. Who wanna rock with Jenny? My bitch said.
Who want to rock with Jenny?
My bitch said she was like, they can never be like Jenny. I said, okay, you ain't that. Get the hair done like Jenny. I was like, it's fun.
I kind of like the one with Doechii, but I didn't really like.
Doechii is fun, yeah. What else have I been listening?
Oh, Doja's album. I'm looking forward to Doja's album.
Same.
Yes.
JT
She just
Ran Out is
released hers.
cute.
No,
Yes.
she released that song with Jack Harlow,
No shit.
and that was cute too.
Did you? He said Doja. You heard Doja, right? I think he heard Doechii.
I thought Dirty.
And that was a
Bitch,
mixtape
you
technically.
like what?
She does have an album coming, but that was a mixtape technically.
Yeah. I have a playlist actually that I've been listening to. Because it has some new music. There's a new girl named Amelia or something.
Hey, she's actually cute.
I have a couple of her songs in my playlist. Like
Amelia
she's
who?
good.
She got into one of my like Spotify workout playlists, and I was like, huh,
What
what was that Wendy meme? Like, okay.
Amelia Moore. She has a song called it was what's the one that I was listening to that got me hooked? See Through or See or something like that. Is it See Through or See You? But she has a song called Easy and a couple songs
like a Sunday morning.
she can sing though. She has a great voice, and I was shocked when I found out she was a white girl. I was like, oh wow,
I wasn't, but
But
didn't you say that about Renee?
Renee who?
That she was surprised she was a white girl from hers?
No, I never got surprised. Now, I was one of the folks who thought Pink was possibly black. Yes, I was. I thought she was just mixed. I'm sorry, I thought she was mixed.
In the very beginning, it was plausible.
Really?
It was given very tiny.
Gave me Martha Munizzi.
Hey, I'll take that. I've really been loving. How do we feel about Ariana Grande's new deluxe album? Those
love
tracks,
it.
it's so cute.
Dandelion is so good.
Oh, that's so nasty. Past Life has had me in a chokehold. What's wrong with a little bit of Poison?
You know,
Hempstead had me boohoo. Every time I hear it, sobbing.
Raven Lenae, I enjoyed her.
Who?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I
Also,
love her so much.
She's hilarious when she was like,
She's funny? Oh, okay.
you ain't see that clip when she was talking about something. She was like, I forgot my words, so I had to do the Normani.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
I said,
I did see
bitch,
that.
not why you had to do my girl. Like, she's funny. But yeah, it's music. You know, Kesha's coming back. She's going back to her.
Not
good
interested.
music. Y'all don't like Kesha?
Next.
Y'all don't like Kesha?
I didn't like
I
her when
like-
she was hot.
I loved Kesha.
I liked Kesha, and I did like a couple songs from her album that she released after she got away from Dr. Luke.
Oh, I didn't like that album.
The one where she had boots on?
Yeah, I didn't like that album.
Really?
I
When she had shoes on.
No, there's a song on there called Boots.
Oh.
no shade. Like, and I always feel bad for saying this, but her music back, because I know she didn't. That's not the music she wanted to make,
No.
and I know she's being forced to. That music was hitting. I'm so sorry, and she's going back to it. She's going back to it. So the recession is here. It's here.
Let's talk about that recession pop. I love recession pop.
You know-
I love when the girls are trying to make us happy because everything else is
You know-
going downhill.
Make us happy by giving free concerts, honey.
Listen.
Or reduce $20 tickets, please.
We're talking to you, Cowboy Carter.
Hello?
I knew I wasn't going.
But what's your favorite song at this very moment? Right here, sitting right now.
Melissa Earthheart, Love You Like I Do.
I think it shook me all night, but it is only...
All Night Beyonce?
No, Shook Me All Night.
That's the name of the song?
Yeah.
Do you think that's
AC/DC, but only with Celine and Anastasia recovering.
Gotcha.
You shook me all night.
My favorite song currently.
I'm about to go watch that again.
I would say... okay. So the one I've been playing a lot recently is Lucky. I hate that I have to say this, damn, because I don't fuck with this lady right now. But Kalani's song with Lucky Day, When He's Not There, great song. I'm sorry.
I like her the remix of that one song with the one little lesbian, the one stud. She's a little Puerto Rican stud.
Ooh.
The one that she's
The
at.
description.
God send me an angel. That one?
No, and I want you to freak me. That one, no.
Oh, her.
Yeah.
You never heard that song?
By Toni Braxton?
Send me an angel from the heavens. What was her? Amanda Perez.
Bitch!
Angel to heal my broken heart. I don't forget. That was such a gorgeous song.
I don't know.
It's a pretty ass song, but the fact that when I said Mexican, Hispanic, lesbian, you were like, oh, Amanda Perez. That girl ain't been around since the 90s. Like, oh my heavens.
Do y'all not remember that video?
No, it was a gorgeous,
gorgeous song. But then I saw the video and I was like, oh wow. Period. You know?
She loved her fitted.
Send me an angel to heal my broken heart.
I don't know that one.
You don't. That was also when we got it was like that and that other girl.
That was such a weird kind of period for music, honestly, but it was some fun.
Because Karina girl, 16 I War. Ain't that the song?
Yes. No, that's Tiffany Evans.
No, that's Karina.
No, that's Tiffany Evans. I'm 16 at war.
That is Karina.
You're right. That is her.
Tiffany Evans is Promise Ring.
Because she had the remix with Sierra, and that was also, I think, it was
Did Sierra sing on that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sierra rapped.
She rapped.
I'm gonna say I don't remember her singing or doing anything on that one.
Yeah, I hear she rapped.
Wasn't that when Tink was also kind of getting a little hot too?
No,
Tink
ain't coming to the 2010s.
Winter's Diary was then.
You know Tink?
Who's Tink again?
What's one of her best songs?
Treat Me Like Somebody.
Treat Me Like Somebody. Body. Yeah, I know that. I'm not known for the vocals on here, but I always be humming.
Because I was trying to hit the note, but I said, well, I can't hit it. Actually, if I can sing, I'm going to have to hum it.
Yeah.
And I was still up under it.
Tink. Well, we already hit on this, but who are you not excited to see come out with anything?
If Chappell Roan never releases another song, I'll be okay.
Me with Kesha.
That's great because listen, I'm still playing Chappell Down.
I do love that song.
Red Wine Supernova.
To have everybody in that audience singing your song, all singing.
That has to be like that. She said, "Sing it." That has to be like
everybody was on key. I said,
she's not my favorite celebrity as far as the thing. Like,
oh no. Like I feel like she's insufferable.
Her being this voice of activism and then being like, I'm just a girl.
Insufferable.
And
I'm just a girl.
When she was on that, everybody was eating that up. When she was on the red carpet, I thought that was
talk to me crazy.
I did eat it up. I was like, I know that's right. But
I know it's right at the same time. But I'm like, you are performative as hell.
Oh, absolutely. Because
I didn't like that.
Again,
and
her politics.
Don't you do it again to another celebrity, bitch.
Her politics yet again is like one of them people who I feel like that's a weird thing though, because I've gone to the point where I try not to expect too much from these celebrities.
Mm-hmm. Think I want to move on.
But yeah, she's fun. I'm gonna shut up. I ain't gonna say
it's just I don't know. It's her whole identity being based in
almost drag.
Allyship and drag and all these other
very
things.
aligned with the queer community, but
and it's like,
ain't she queer herself? She's a lesbian.
She's a white lesbian. A white lesbian is different.
Yeah, she's or bisexual. Do y'all not hear Red Wine Supernova when she said?
I didn't listen to her lyrics.
The whole song is about her trying to get in some girl's pants. She told that girl,
You
I have a
wanna
wand.
guess
She could be
the
bi or
color
pan.
of my underwear.
She said, I
love that
have a
song.
wand and a rabbit. So, baby, let's get freaky, get kinky. Let's make this big and squeaky, baby.
I don't wanna hear that.
That's a hit. I'm sorry. Red One
It's funny.
Supernova is so
Even
good.
with me being a bi individual, I do not find like lesbian activity hot at all. I've never saw the appeal that straight men would have and be like, I want to see two girls. I'm like, ugh.
I have. I was like, ooh, let me join.
Ooh.
I
Y'all
get
got it.
disgusted.
I can already see him in a corner with a stomach.
No, somebody. I was scrolling on
Baby.
Twitter, and somebody had like scissoring or something, and I said, "Who in the fuck did this on my TL?"
Mute,
Absolutely
report, and
not.
block.
I'm unfollowing you.
No,
you can't do
listen,
this.
It's true.
You can't do
It's
this.
true.
No, I don't want to see that.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's
Wendy
true.
Williams. But okay.
You know, good luck to her.
Free my baby. Even if she can't get into a car good. Like, I want her out.
Yeah.
I want her. And that's what cracked me up about her. She'd be like, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I need, and I know this is
With my
kind
hip.
of awful, but I keep saying it. God, do what you got to do. Work your magic, because I need her
On
in
Nick
that
Cannon?
chair. No,
Oh.
on Wendy Williams. I need her
Where did
in
that come
that
from?
chair.
I thought I meant to like kill him.
No, I need Wendy Williams in that chair with her tea.
No, I
And
miss her
I
so
need her to
bad.
go through hot talk, because there's so much I needed her to comment.
I want her to
on.
do like a 10-hour rant on everything that's transpired since she's been in the conservatorship.
Like,
Like,
I'm gonna
Diddy
be
and
honest.
oh God.
oh, he didn't. He don't like Wendy Williams.
He's
I
right.
love Wendy Williams.
Uh.
I'm just saying she is left out of the icon conversation
Oh,
quite
yeah,
a lot.
Yeah.
She's up there with Nene, New York,
Yeah.
them type of like
In some ways, sometimes surpassed to me.
Honestly,
making sound
yes.
bites since she was on radio.
And it's,
Clap if you care.
and the
Like,
crazy thing about it is, it's like she not only, in my opinion, kind of like surpassed those, but like she is on the level of, actually no,
She kept them in rotation. to be
I won't
honest.
say she's on the level. I would say she's kind of also surpassed them.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
of the other, I'm talking about of the other like daytime talk show folks, things like
Yeah.
that.
Truthfully,
she-
yeah.
Oprah, she's up there.
She like, I'm so like, Oprah, I'm so sorry, your show
Dr.
was,
Phil.
your show will never be as interesting as the Wendy Williams.
And you
show.
a messy
I'm so
broad.
sorry.
Nah,
And
I
Oprah
used
gave
to,
us
I
Dr.
used to
Oz.
love coming home, sitting
And
on the couch with my
watching
mom and watching
Oprah?
Oprah.
I did not like it.
There was nothing appealing
I
about
loved
the Oprah
it.
show to me at
But
all.
you didn't used to
I
have
would
them
watch the Tyra show before I watched
back in the
Oprah
day,
show.
like not the new Oprah, but
Kiss
like back
my
in the day,
fat
like
ass.
back.
Oprah
I
pissed
don't
me
like
off
Tyra.
when she was building that school in Africa, and
Thieving broad.
she was building that school in Africa, and she was like, "Well, I told." They were like, "Well, why didn't you build one in the States? You know, for like, you know, black folks to say."
She
was
said
like,
niggas don't read.
and she gonna say,
Ellen too. I forgot about it.
what she say? She gonna say,
I-
"Well, because if you ask a black kid here what they want, they're gonna say iPod. You ask a kid in Africa what they want, they're gonna say water, books, shelter, education." And I was like, "Well,
What do the kids in America have those things? So
yeah." But even there are still kids in inner cities who like, yeah, they have schools and books, but like their schools are run down. I mean, like,
rats, roaches.
let's look at
mice.
Columbus City schools. I mean,
Okay.
Wendy is kind of iconic.
them schools are
Not
run down.
kind of. Wendy is probably one of the most iconic
I only went to them
radio.
1 year, but
Huh?
Columbus City schools.
They're run down, and it's not.
Mind
it's
you, I
not-
had to go there as like a punishment to go back to private school.
I'm scared.
I've actually don't think I have driven past the Columbus school.
You ain't been inside one,
Nope.
baby.
And the sad thing about it is, it's not even like the teachers or anybody's fault. It's literally just the fault of the fact that one, the
Redlining,
funding-
taxpayers.
Yeah, the funding is not there. The funding, but also like our school board is our school board. That's not my school board. I don't live in the city of Columbus. I live in Whitehall. Probably the same though.
Yeah, I was saying them
the
tax
school-
dollars still going. Yeah.
But the school, like the Columbus City School Board, is kind of like, y'all got some work to do. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Good luck.
They've gotten progressively worse over the years. They used to actually really. I miss for my Columbusites. I miss when we had Dr. Gray.
Who?
Columbusites.
That sounds like a disease.
Akronite do too.
Akronites, nights, sites,
Akronite.
Columbusites,
Well, sites are an actual word and nights not.
nights, Akron nights.
With a K?
If you want to put it in there.
talking about Columbus Public School education.
Wait, night is a word. You don't need a K in there for night.
Huh?
You don't need a K in there for night.
You need a G at least and an H.
NITE.
Sometimes you can use NITE.
By itself?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Night by itself is not a word.
Well, no.
Just like LITE is.
But like,
But I'm saying that's what I'm saying. A site is a word by itself, but night is not a word by itself.
Let's Google.
Prove me wrong. I love being proved wrong.
Let's Google.
I welcome
don't
it.
know if night's a word, but I'm like, I've used it before and I ain't never got no.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, like when it's
NIGHT.
added on to another word, like as like an individual, like
Oh yeah, simplified spelling of night. Informal. Now, it's not
which
dictionary.
night?
NITE. Yeah.
But an informal spelling of what? It's saying an informal spelling of which type of night?
It says we use the NITE spelling of night just when we want to be extra casual for some reason.
So Ebonics, but basically,
He said black. Black.
casual speak. Well, nonetheless, guys, it's been a pleasure as always to speak with you guys. Next Friday, we will be putting up something for getting some questions from you guys because we're going to be doing another Truth and Drink episode, but we're getting a little bit of a spin on it. It's going to be a truth, drink, or eat something vile episode. So,
I won't be eating.
You know I can't do that.
I was gonna say, I said to the girl, I said, I am, pretty much game for anything, but I know my girls got sensitive stomachs. So they probably just gonna be drunk. Cause mind you, I would put mustard on a cracker and those are like, ooh.
That is
Nah,
nasty.
but yeah, it should be a fun time.
That's it. I think it's gonna be a blast. And
Yeah.
we'll be getting to some more street interviews now that the weather's nicer.
Yeah.
TBD on those. But yeah, keep a lookout for on Friday, April the 10th, 11th.
That's
The
this
12th.
Friday.
The Friday is the 11th.
11th, yeah.
This
Yeah.
Friday or next Friday?
This Friday.
Oh, yes.
We'll be posting that. I mean, oh shit. Well, y'all probably won't even see this before then. Well, we'll get some questions out there for y'all soon. And we don't put too much on our poster. Key, he got a lot going on this place. So
I'm sorry, it was my fault. My bad, y'all.
no, not like it's we're accountable for all of us doing it, but I just also don't to have a film episode and have an episode out the same week is kind of diabolical. To all parties involved, including our producer that is working on us now. Shout out to Rizzo and
Gang.
friends.
But
Friends.
yeah, it'll be a fun time. We gonna be back. I get to go to DC tomorrow.
Woo! Yes.
I don't feel like it. It's not that I don't feel like it. It's just the fact that my flight is at like 7 something in the
Not bad.
morning.
But you got to be there at like 5. Shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
6:30.
You on a Nelly's?
No.
Mm.
I would, but I ain't got nobody to go with.
That's the fun part.
Or else listen. Or maybe, maybe if I'll see some of my DC mutuals, whatever.
Mhm.
Say hi, hello.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm just going for work conference, so I'll just be there probably.
Oh,
That's
app's
cute.
gonna be going off.
Grindr gonna get shut down again. Like the RNC.
Well, it's been real. Robbiey.
Akii.
Zai. Over and out.